Hello! It's my best friend's birthday today, so that means I'm leaving the house. I know, a once in a lifetime occurrence for me, which means it's time to do the old makeup. And I've always wanted to kind of do a makeup video, so here we go. I'm going for a blue look because, as you can see, got a blue top on, so it's got to match, obviously. This is the palette that I use for my makeup. It's my first ever palette. I've got another one of this exact one up there because, well, I've hit pan on a few and I thought I'd hit pan on more quicker, but I didn't. But oh well. So here we go. Let's get started with the makeups. I'm listening to YouTube, that's why I got this in. Watching Ben Tendro's stream from last night because I was asleep. And my face has decided to be really rude and just like really spotty, which is really mean of it. So I'm going to do a nice voiceover because I decided not to talk for the duration of this, as I find it hard to talk, do makeup and listen to a YouTube video, so I'm just listening to a YouTube video here. So here I'm just putting on some concealer because I don't own any eye primer and I don't use concealer for its intended purpose. I use concealer so that I can have a base to put my pigment on, my eyeshadow on, and it sticks and doesn't rub off. So that's what I'm doing. This is a concealer I bought like a year ago. It's e.l.f. I think it's in light sand or something. I haven't got my makeup with me right now, so I can't actually check. But I think it's in light sand. And this is me realising that I got an eye crusty somewhere in my eye and I can't see properly. So I'm fixing it so that I don't have that in my eye hole. Usually I do my makeup on my bed, but to record this I found it easier to just do it on the floor. So here's my palette. I'm going in with a blue shimmer shade and white, as I find that blue a bit too dark for the corner, especially in this makeup look. So instead I'm just adding a bit of white in there. I don't have any white shimmer shade. Usually I'd use white shimmer shade because, well, if you're adding shimmer and shimmer, it makes more sense than shimmer and non-shimmer. But I don't have any of that left, and I'm not opening the new palette just to get shimmer shade out. So this is just me tapping it on there, swiping it and stuff. Then I realised I put a bit too much on there, so I blend the kind of lower corner bit because it was like a bit of fallout and stuff. So now I'm just going back in, tapping it on there, swiping it in all different directions, and I believe I'm going back into the palette to mix some more up. And then I'm going back on the eye. See that you can see it in this really bad lighting situation, but you can kind of see it. How wonderful. I really should have done this better, but oh well. And I'm just kind of tapping it on there and stuff. Now I'm wiping it off again. I also see another eye crusty in there, and that's kind of really annoying. I should really rub my eyes before I start doing this, or like wet my eyes so that I can get all the eye crusty bits out of it. But they just congeal with the makeup, which then makes me able to see them really easily so I can get them off. Anyway, I'm doing the other eye because unlike the YouTubers who do makeup, I do both my eyes at the same time so that I can adjust, so I can see, what looks different. So I can adjust both eyes at the same time to make sure they kind of look more like twins than sisters. Also, they look like sisters and not cousins. So I'm going back in, adding more to that corner, as you do. So I'm just doing the same thing of putting it inside the corner. I've decided to put it on 3x speed, which is actually a thing. I can listen to YouTube videos in 3x speed. So, it's quite normal for me to just see things happening in 3x speed. But this is just me doing the inner corner. Sped it up. And here I'm just, rubbing away any of the excess or blending it and stuff. And I realise there's definitely an eye crusty in there, so I get that out of there. because that's gross. So now that's out, and I make sure everything's blended and nice. So now I'm going into that shimmer shade without any white on it, so that I can blend the shimmer shade with white into a non-shimmer shade that is a kind of darker blue, which will then go into a darker blue. But I'm just putting that on to a part of the shimmer shade, kind of like, I don't know, a millimetre or two onto that bit, and then out onto the plain skin. And then I sneeze here, so bless me, because sneezing's not fun. It kind of sucks, but I don't know what made me sneeze, but I sneeze. So yeah. Now I'm going back into the palette and I'm grabbing the third darkest shade of blue, which is kind of a bit darker than the shimmer shade and obviously not shimmery. And then I'm just kind of plopping that onto the other shimmer shade as well as the plain skin, and I'm just tapping that on there. I'm also bringing it up all the way to the crease of the eye, as well as every other pigment that I've done so far. I'm bringing it up to the crease because I have not done that before, and it just doesn't look good because you kind of get a line where the crease is, because the other bit that you put on top doesn't really go to the crease. So I'm just bringing it up a bit further than the crease. Now I'm just going with the second to darkest blue that I have in this palette, and I'm going over that other dark blue or darker blue, and then I'm going all the way to the corner, and I'm just stopping right at the corner, and I'm bringing it all the way up to the crease and down right to the kind of eyelash bit, and I'm just tapping that on there, as you can see. Now I'm going in with just a plain brush that has absolutely nothing on it, and I was swiping, but now I'm going in with some sun cream because it actually works as a really nice makeup remover when I can't be bothered to get up off my arse and go grab my makeup remover. It also just makes me feel like my skin looks better, so I'm just rubbing it to where kind of all the fallout has happened, so that the fallout doesn't just blend into my skin and I don't just have a blue cheek or something. So I'm just putting that sun cream right there, and it's good because you're meant to wear sun cream even if you're not leaving the house or if it's not extremely sunny, because it's good for you. So I'm just blending that sun cream in to get rid of any makeup, any excess. Yet again, I'm just going in with a plain brush to wipe any of the kind of leftover bits and to blend it all out to make it look nice and everything. And then I realise I've got things everywhere. And then I'm going into the kind of like bottom part, what would you call it? Your kind of under eye bit with the darkest blue. And I'm just kind of patting on that to the, I don't know what you'd call it, under, your lower lash line. And I'm just putting that on there to make it look nice. Now I'm going in with the plain brush again, sweeping any makeup that's gotten to my cheek in the process of putting anything under my kind of lower lash line, I'm guessing. And I'm going back in to the lower lash line, adding any bits that I think I've missed or anything, and then checking, making sure it looks good, and then we go on. Now I'm fumbling around, being unable to open my eyeliner pencil thingy-majiggy. And I hate this part. It makes my eyes water every time, and I hate it so much. But it brings a whole look together, so I do it anyway. So I'm just adding that to my lash line, like right to the water. Is it your water line? Your thingy-majiggy. I'm bringing it all the way from like where the tear ducts are, all the way right to the outside. All of it just getting done, okay? I don't know words. Now I've decided that the lower lash line wasn't dark enough, so I'm going in with some black right at the bottom to make it appear nice and dark. Yeah. Now I'm going back in with the eyeliner because I've realised that as I've put it on, my eyes have kind of watered and it's kind of got rid of some of it. So I'm putting that on to make it look nice. This is me figuring out whether or not I should do eyeliner or if I shouldn't. So I'm just wiping away any bit that, I see not fit. And now I'm going in with it. I hate eyeliner. I mean, I love it. It looks so nice. But it's so hard to get the angles right. I hate it so much because I can't get the damn angles right and they always look off. So there's just me struggling with eyeliner for probably about 10 minutes. So I'm going to put this in 4x speed because no one needs to see me struggle with the fact that I can't comprehend angles and stuff. To save you from the painstakingly annoying time it took me to do this eyeliner, I've decided to put it in like 8x speed. So there's just me literally wanting to scream. So I'm using a cotton stick bud thing so that it's nice and looks even-ish. Now I'm just checking, make sure it actually looks nice. So every time I mess up, I just get the cotton bud and I put a bit of makeup remover on it and I just go in and I wipe it and then I get any kind of black residue off with stuff. Now I'm just going back in with the blue and stuff to make sure that it's all nicely blended and everything. So I'm just going back in basically with all the colours that I used to blend it all together. So I've gone in and I've added more eyeliner to the places that need it, and then I think I'm grabbing a Q-tip to then find any bits that don't look nice, and I'm just going back in with that and wiping it off. Now I'm just kindly grabbing one of the plain brushes and I'm adding this kind of nude shade that I own to, or my nude, not everyone's nude, my kind of skin colour tone-ish shade to my kind of brow bone to blend any of the blue in and to make it look not so harsh. And then I'm just making sure that that's nicely blended so it's also not too much kind of skin toned colour there. so it doesn't look terrible. Now I'm going in with the eyeliner again, and I'm just adding more eyeliner to the places that need it. I'm also doing my bottom eyeliner bit that I do. I don't know, it's a weird thing. It distracts from people from the fact that I can't actually do angles, so I just add it to the bottom a bit. Now I'm grabbing a bit of black to the bottom so that it all looks nice and blended. Now I'm grabbing this white colour and I'm putting it right into the corner of my eye to make my eye pop. And then I decide in a minute that I don't exactly like the white being there, so I go in with my eyeliner to add a kind of flick downwards right there, because I thought, yeah, that will look nice. And then I realised that that tube of eyeliner, it's like, I don't know if I bent it or pressed it or something, it doesn't exactly work sometimes, so I grab the kind of thicker eyeliner in a few minutes to do that one. I don't tend to use the thicker one because it's just really annoying to do kind of anything except corners of the eye, because it does corners really well, but it doesn't do any kind of actual lines because it makes the lines far too thick, and it makes anything that you want to correct really hard to do. But I just use it for my corners, so I'm just doing that. Now I'm grabbing the most dreaded device that anyone owns, is eyelash curlers, and I'm just curling them. And now they don't really do anything because I don't do it properly, but I don't care. I hate the feeling of them, so I just do it for a bit. And then I go back in blending because I realise it's not that blended, so I go back in blending a bit. And then I do my mascara. I promise you I do it. It's in a few seconds, okay? As I said, I'm just doing my mascara. I'm singing here because, you know, why not? But no one can hear it, so haha. This mascara I got a few years ago. Yep, I use old makeup because I refuse to get new ones because it's not finished yet. And it doesn't really work that well. I wouldn't use it on its own, so I use two mascaras. This is like PS, you know, that PS brand, it's that one. And then I use another one that's Essence or whatever it's called. I think I got it in Wilko's. Pretty sure I got it in Wilko's. It's the same brand as my highlighter. So I'm just going in mascara, getting on there. So here I'm just making sure that everything's blended correctly because some of the mascara got onto my actual eyes, and then I'm putting the other mascara on there. and then I showed it to you, but it doesn't actually help you at all. And then I put some now I'm about to put some highlight on, because I love a bit of highlight. I don't put any foundation or anything on. The only things that actually go on my skin are eyeshadows and highlight, because I really like a highlight look, but I don't use foundation because I don't like the way it looks on me personally. So I'm just highlighting my cheekbones, whatever that part of your temple, I don't actually know. But yeah, I highlight my nose tip, my T-zone, I believe it's called, and then my kind of upper lip where one would have a moustache, but I don't have a moustache. I hope not. Anyway. Now I'm going in with some lipstick that actually came off later because I brushed my teeth. I don't exactly like this shade. I just got it as like a birthday gift or something, so I use it. As well as some lip gloss, I realise that my highlight's a bit harsh, so I just blend it out. And now I'm saying goodbye. Here's the full look. So, makeup's done, got my jacket on, got my sunglasses, even though it's not exactly sunny. I mean, it is kind of, but not fully. But they're more of an accessory than anything, because I kind of look weird without them sometimes. So they go on, and they look cool. And I got my umbrella earrings, and here's the full outfit. There's some black trousers. Haven't got any shoes on yet, so I don't know what shoes to wear. I think I'll probably wear these ones. These are usually what I wear to college because they're nice and durable, and we have to wear all black shoes, and these black, you know. So those are the ones I usually wear for college, but I can wear them today because there's no rule. There's no rule against it. But yes, I've got another like hour until I'm leaving to meet my friend, and then we're gonna go meet her other friends that I've never met before, which is kind of scary, but oh well. So, you know, I don't know if I really want to film her reaction to one of her presents. I'm gonna show you what I got her. Hold on. Oh no, I'm not. Yes, I am. So one thing I bought her was penis straws. You know, it's the rite of passage for any 18-year-old to have anything willy related for their 18th birthday. It's the rite of passage. If you don't get a gift that's willy related any sort of way, even if you're a dude, you're not actually 18. Thank you. It's the fact. It's a fact. I've known many people who have inflatable penises for their birthday. Just, you know, willies everywhere, I guess. My friend knows about every other present in there because I'm not good at keeping secrets, because you know, but she doesn't know about this. So this is a Death Note. She likes Death Note. She likes Elle from Death Note. She likes a bit anime. We used to make fun of people who like anime. Now she likes anime. But this is a little Death Note book thing, necklace, but it's also a fob watch. So you can tell the time. I've set the time to the correct time because I have my little fob watch here, and when I got it, she was like, she loved to play with it because she's autistic and she's got ADHD, so she likes playing with, you know, funny little things like this. And she was like, I'd love to have a little locket, but I wouldn't want to, she said to me, I'd love to have a little locket, but I wouldn't know what picture to put in it. So I was like, okay, don't get her a locket, but get her something close to a locket. And I thought fob watch could be cool. And I was going to get her one that's Doctor Who related because we like Doctor Who, but it was like 25 quid and this was like £10 cheaper. And I was like, yeah. So I bought this one instead, which is a little Death Note, because we were talking about Death Note things and stuff, and how much she loves Elle. And I haven't told her about this one. So I really want to film her reaction to opening this, just because I'm really proud of this present, like really, really proud. I'm proud that like it was actually a thing that existed, and I'm proud that I remembered, you know, these are the important things and they tie together. And I'm so proud of the present, so I really want to film her reaction to see it, because I can kind of imagine her reaction. Let me do a reaction. So she's like, ah! Ah! Just screaming, pure screaming, because that's Kira. There's Cooper for you. She just screams. Anything exciting, she's like, I love it though, I love it. So that's something else. There's a card in there and a little tiny traffic cone. What else is there? Oh yeah, thumbs. I'm not going to explain the thumb thing because I can't bother to get it out of there because I've kind of tied it in a bow and everything. But basically she loves my thumbs. I've got weird thumbs. Can you see how they're weird thumbs? But she loves them because they're not usual. They're whatever, what's her name? Megan Fox has I forgot the name of it, but it's like, it sounds a bit like pterodactyl, but it's a big name and it's type B or something, and it makes you like your bone of your thumb, it's more squished, which gives it this ugly little look. Well, not really ugly, she loves them. So she was like, I'd love for you to do, like, to have them, to hold them. She loves holding them. So she would love to hold them when I'm not there. And I'm like, I can't exactly chop off my thumbs to give to her. So you know those hand moulding kits? I bought one of those in a charity shop. Really weird that it was in there. I was just showing my colleagues at the charity shop that I was in fact shaved my head. And then I went in there and I looked around the bric-a-brac section and I found the little hand thing. This is it. This is the hand moulding kit. I only used about half of it, so in there is still some, and hopefully there's enough so Kira and I can do a hand together, hopefully. I'm not actually sure how much is there because I did like 3 rounds of it. I made 2 thumbs. The second thumb that I made was bad. It didn't, because you meant to measure it, but because you can't exactly measure something like doing a thumb when it's meant for hands, you're meant to do the whole bucket instead of a tiny little dish. So I just went off eye measurements. So the second one that I did wasn't the best. The third one I did was the best version. So I haven't painted that one, but the other one I painted black and then gold for the thumb. But yeah, I bought that in a charity shop, which was weird because we'd talked about wanting to get one of these so I can do my thumb, but I was looking on Amazon, they're like 20 quid, and I'm not paying 20 quid for one of those. So I was like, I'll do it later, I'll do it some other time. And then I go in and I had to reread it because I was like shocked that it was even there. So, you know, instead of 20 quid, I paid £2, which is great that I have this and I've done that. So yeah, now I say goodbye. I don't know if I'm going to private this or public it or even just delete the videos after I've recorded them because I'm that dumb. And I hate wasting storage, so I might edit it real quick before I go and then upload it and stuff, whatever. But yeah, thank you for watching or not watching, I don't really know. That was my makeup and explaining my friend's birthday and gifts and stuff. And hopefully there's another video of me filming her reaction. Maybe not, maybe. Who knows? Goodbye. Like, subscribe, I don't know. Do whatever makes you happy, babes.